All right, my last video got cut off. I guess there's a 10-minute limit under the free version of Bandicam. So yeah, learn on the fly, aren't we? So I'm gonna have to pay for it, but for now, I'm doing 2 sessions under 10 minutes. How about that? The answer to that last answer was 81.8. Okay. All right. So anyways, let's just get through this quick here. I want to do a couple more of these and be done. Don't save. So exact values of trig functions. So find the exact value of cosecant of 60 degrees. I want to change it so I'm outside of the first quadrant. So I'm going to select a new problem for you. Let's do secant of 210. So let's draw the angle of 210. Remember, reference angles are key for these types of problems. Our initial side starts here. 210 is going to rotate over into the third quadrant. And it's going to give us a reference angle of 30 degrees. How did I do that math? 210 minus the straight angle of 180, right? So we like to create a reference triangle here because we learned that the secant of the reference angle will be equal to plus or minus secant of the original angle. So that's why it's so important that we can just focus on this 30-degree angle now. Okay, so what's the secant of 30 is what we need to set up now, or set up the reference triangle so we can answer the question. Opposite 30 is always our short leg, right? So this has to be 1. The long leg is opposite 60, which is square root of 3. All right, and our hypotenuse is always positive 2. Oops, sorry, that 3 did not come through very good. This is square root of 3. And this is 2. We are not in the first quadrant, so we've got to think about the signs. How do I go from the origin to this point in the third quadrant? Negative x and then negative y to get to this point. Okay? All right, so now we're all set. We know that secant of an angle, it's reciprocal of cosine. So cosine we're thinking is x over r, so this is going to be r over x. Or if you prefer SOHCAHTOA rules, we do have a triangle in front of us now that we could use. It's going to be hypotenuse over adjacent, okay? So your call. So the answer is going to be the radius 2 over the x value of negative square root of 3. All right, this needs to be rationalized, so we've got to multiply this by square root of 3 over square root of 3. And then the answer is going to be negative 2 square root of 3 over 3. Okay, let me show you how to enter in a radical over here quickly. So I've got a negative. Oh, come on, move up a little bit more for me. Negative 2 square root of 3. What's going on? There we go. Negative 2 dang it, this isn't formatting well for me. Here we go. Come on. Divided by 3. Okay, so to see how that didn't get out of the radical, so let's try this. Go back. I think to get out of the radical, you got to hit this right arrow button. Now try divided by 3. Okay, so trial and error. Sometimes keyboard works too. Like right now, I can't click on the numbers because my screen is in the way. So I just use my keyboard and that worked too for the numbers. Okay, submit the answer. So I just want to show you how to work the square roots. Okay. All right, so there's an example on that one. Now this is in degrees. Let me go back to the assignments. Back. And these are going to be the same thing, just in radians. Okay, so I'm going to show you one radians version quickly. Trying to stay under 10 minutes. All right, so secant of another secant one, huh? Let's try a different one. Cotangent of 7 pi over 4. That looks like a good one. 7 pi over 4. If you have those common angles memorized, you know in mixed number it's 1 3/4. So you could do 1 3/4 pi and get there quick. If you need to convert that to degrees, you need to take the time to take 7 pi over 4, convert it to degrees. Okay, that's going to give us 315 degrees. Okay, so 7 pi over 4. It's going to rotate around to the 4th quadrant. Okay. So again, I'm not in the 1st quadrant. You can also use your rule on signs. Remember, a smart trig class would mean only cosine's positive down here. Everything else is going to be negative. Okay, so cotangent, tangent will be negative down here. We should expect that now. Okay, so for this one, 45 degrees is the reference angle, and our 45-90 relationship is now going to be set up. 1, 1, square root of 2. Okay, and this is negative, that's going to be positive. So what's cotangent going to be? Instead of being opposite over adjacent, like tangent, I'm flipping that over. I'm going to do adjacent over opposite. So it's going to be 1 over -1. So the answer is -1. Okay. All right. I do want to find one that is quadrantal. Let me see if I can find one that lands in between quadrants. I don't see one yet. I know they're in here. There we go. Cosecant of pi over 2. All right. So if it ends up being a quadrantal angle, remember we used the unit circle for this scenario. So pi over 2 rotates over and ends right here, right? So, whoa, that's a terrible angle. All right, trying to hit this spot. You get it. So if we say the radius is 1, which is what we recommend, what point is on the terminal side right there? I'm going nowhere on the x-axis. I'm going up 1 on the y-axis. So here's my coordinates. There's x, here's y, and here's r. Now we can just follow the definition, right? Cosecant, sine is y over r, so this cosecant is going to be r over y by definition. So we're going to have 1 over my y value, which is 1. So the answer to this problem is going to be 1. Okay? So those 3 scenarios came up at some point, 30, 60, 90, triangle, 45, 45, 90, and then the quadrantal angles. Now you got to use the unit circle. So there you go. There's your review. Sorry, this video, that wasn't that long. Instructional and examples, show you how to work through Delta. I'm about 18 minutes in. So let's wrap it up. You guys have a great first week of getting back into a routine. I miss you guys. I hope all is well. Hope you guys are safe, keeping your spirits up, finding fun things to do, connecting with your family, friends, all that good stuff. So, all right. Any questions, email me. I'm hoping to maybe have a Zoom meeting at the end of the week for just some questions and answering, questions that you have, and then I'll be answering them back. We'll see. We'll see if you guys are up for it, see if you guys need it or want it. All right. Signing off. You guys take care.